opportunity to partake in this incredible experience. When we first started the LTI classes, we were unsure why we were at that training. We didn't know what we would learn. Now we know why. Because this training has given us the knowledge along with the ability to reflect on ourselves. And it has strengthened our most deep-seated core values. We learned that leadership, effective leadership, is all about influence. And I will tell you the difference between being a leader and being a manager. An effective leader creates confidence, not fear. Effective leadership breeds enthusiasm, not resentment. An effective leader says we, not I. An effective leader relies on cooperation, not authority. An effective leader leads, not drive. Former President Ronald Reagan said, "The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He's the one that gets the people to do the greatest things." And you do that just every day. There are 7 highly effective traits of leadership that you exude every day. And these are: you inspire action, you are optimistic, you have integrity, you have confidence, you communicate, you are decisive, and you support and facilitate your team. Supporting your employees by creating a very positive environment will facilitate the progress in achieving the organizational goals. The great activist Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Forgiveness is not an occasional act, it is a permanent attitude. Since the ultimate objective of a leader is to serve his people with love and kindness, he cannot serve with any grudge or revenge-driven ideas. He must be forgiven." I do not want to leave today without telling you 4 very important things that I would not want you to compromise on while you build up your career. The first one is your standards of integrity. Standards of integrity are core principles and values that guide your behavior. Integrity is a choice, and while it's influenced by a myriad of factors, peer influence, culture, upbringing, it cannot be forced. One who has strong and well-defined standards of integrity behaves with wholeness, integration, honesty, and does right by himself, herself, and by others. Standards of integrity involve values and virtues such as honesty, trust, wisdom, loyalty, transparency, objectivity, openness, empathy, and graciousness. Research shows that the primary character trait that employees want from their leader is integrity. Be honest, fair, consistent, and forthright. And treat everyone in the same way that you yourself would want to be treated. Treat everyone with respect. One of the truest tests of integrity is this blunt refusal to be compromised. This was said by Nigerian novelist, poet, professor, and critic Chinua Achebe. Katrina Mayer, also an author, motivational speaker, and wellness lifestyle coach, stated, "Integrity is making sure that the things you say and the things you do are in alignment." Let me just put it this way. Don't just talk the talk, walk the walk.
That's right.
This is how you're going to get respect from your employees and from those that you work with. Number 2, do not compromise your self-respect. Do the things that you want to do. When you find yourself in a situation where you don't feel comfortable, or you feel that you are compromising your principles, there's always another job to look for. There are certain things that you cannot control, and since you cannot control your environment, then you have to do what's best for you, but do not compromise your self-respect. Put your health and well-being first. Before you can be of true service to anyone or the agency, you have to be healthy. Research shows that if you do not have your physical and mental health, it is that much harder and difficult to be an effective leader. One's health has to be at the top of your list. Success is more easily attainable when healthy. When sick, it tends to drag you and your staff down. It begets a negative spiral to nowhere. Lastly but not least, do not compromise your legacy. The saddest professionals we hear about have sacrificed the legacy process of building their careers. What's your legacy? It's what you will be able to say about yourself when you are old and retired, looking back. What you stood for, what you given, what you taught, what you imparted, and what you left behind. It's the impact you made on the world, your family, and your community. Instead, some compromise their legacy in a vain effort to grasp success, accolades, security, or power. Let me now quote the noted playwright author William Shakespeare, who said, "No legacy is so rich as integrity." Your employees are a reflection of yourself. If you make honest and ethical behavior a key value, your team will follow suit. First and foremost, people look for integrity, confidence that a person will do the right thing, with the best interest of the group in mind, even when that might not be in the leader's own self-interest. As a practical matter, this integrity is embodied in the leader's behavior. For example, leaders with integrity are comfortable adding people more talented than themselves. And when things go wrong, they take responsibility rather than throwing their employees under the bus or blaming failure on unforeseeable events. The author of many leadership books, John C. Maxwell, said, "A good leader is a person who takes a little more than his share of the blame and a little less than his share of the credit." Second, we look for competence. And third, a leader must have empathy for the people who have entrusted him or her with the leadership of the group. For example, leaders with empathy don't hesitate to liberally share credit for their team's success. And while they praise in public, they only criticize in private. And only do so when you can provide constructive coaching and advice. In closing, I'd like to leave you with the words of the Honorable Dr. Barry Jones, who was a polymath, writer, lawyer, social activist, quiz champion, and former politician. Changing a culture is a tough call. It won't be easy, but it must be done, and it will require leadership of the higher order. Now I ask you, are you up to it?
Yes!
I think you, my fellow classmates, are up to this challenge. I look forward to it, as I know that you do as well. Thank you and good luck.